Hello, everyone. Jada Patrick here with Carrem Gay. I'm from West Haverstraw, New York, and Carrem is from New York, New York. And I went to school in Sisterhood, so I'm not too far from her, from New Jersey. And she went to school at Christ the King. We haven't gotten the chance, me personally, I haven't gotten the chance to play Christ the King in my high school time, but have you ever played either Saturday River Day or my other high school, Long Island Lutheran?
I did not, but when I was playing, Long Island Lutheran was one of the top teams, so there was a lot of the girls on that team that I would play with or play against in like AAU or throughout the year. So
Yeah.
there's, like that little friendly competition, you see where you are in the rankings and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was too. At Lou High, we didn't get a chance to play with each other, but we got in federations, that was our only chance to see if, we'll be able to play each other. Okay, so what's your favorite food? Let's just jump right into that. Favorite New York type food, like pizza, bagels, and stuff like that.
Oh, good question. I love a good New York slice, just regular slice, a little pepper on it, and I gotta give up to the New York bagels because you don't get them anywhere else.
Yeah.
I just learned that you're not supposed to the bagels.
New York definitely has the best bagels for sure, especially at the little bodegas and get your little bacon, egg, and cheeses and everything for sure. Okay, so following your graduation from Duke in 2009, you were able to play professionally for 4 years. What was that experience like?
That was the coolest experience. So after I graduated, I was actually picked up as an undrafted free agent for the Connecticut Sun. So I got to start my professional career playing against some of the best players in the WNBA, and it really kind of got me excited about the opportunity about playing overseas. And I got my first opportunity to play overseas in Israel. And then from there, I was able to play in Switzerland, and I finished out my career playing in France for about 2 years, and absolutely loved it. The food, the culture, my teammates were super supportive. I even picked up a few French phrases, so in my head, I think I'm fluent, but in reality, it's very different. But it's just pretty cool to be able to continue to see a career go on after school, because that was one of my dreams, was to play overseas, because I grew up watching Love and Basketball, so I thought I was Monica from the movie. So it was cool to live out that dream and to see the world. So I wouldn't change it for nothing.
For sure. Playing overseas has always kind of been like a kind of dream of mine. I've been thinking about it a lot recently, about going, I don't know where I want to go exactly, where like overseas, but I think that would be like a really good option, just so don't have to hang up the jersey so soon after 4 years of college. So I think that's really cool. But yes, but aside from that, since you've finished playing, you've been working in New York at a transportation agency. How has Corona kind of affected your job and how you've been able to go about things, and what major changes came along with Corona?
No, for sure. It's a good question. So I work at the Port Authority. So I'm from New York, so I don't know if you know about the agency, but we manage the bridges, some tunnels in New York, as well as the airports. So I actually work out at JFK. And Corona has really just changed a lot. Being at the airport and working at the airport, we really see how it's impacted the way people travel. And in particular, I get to see exactly how the airlines are responding to all of this, because right before it hit, they were hitting like some of their best years ever, and Corona just really, everything just took a hit. So it's just been really cool to be in like the front seat and see how changes are being made. And I think right now everybody's working at home, so that's also been an interesting change, and having to do the Zoom calls and the meetings, and changing the pace that way. But I think overall, I think our agency has really done a good job of just trying to be on the forefront and make sure that everybody's safe, and that they're doing what they need to do to get things back up and running once everyone is comfortable traveling again.
So smooth transition for the most part.
For the most part, it's been tough. I live by myself, so the first couple of weeks were a little tough, but my parents retired in Myrtle Beach, so I got to spend some time over there while it got really bad in New York. So it was just good to be around people that I grew up with and loved and stuff.
Yeah, that's always good. That's always good.
Sure.
Okay, so looking back at your 4 years at Duke, how much fun was it being able to, get your degree and also play at a high level like Duke? So 2 top-notch programs academically and athletically. Like, how was that for you?
Sure. Duke is definitely the best of both worlds. You get to really be a part of a tight-knit athletic facility or athletic program. It's not just the basketball program, but and I also wanted to go to a program that challenged me on and off the court. So Duke just kind of made the perfect sense for me, and it was close enough to home that I could make a quick trip, or far enough away that in my independence, and I wouldn't change the experience for anything, and I think it's prepared me for everything else moving forward. So yeah, it's been good.
Yes. And you were actually able to go to the Final Four in 2006, and that's a big goal of my teammates and I. We always look forward to going as far as we can. Of course, this past season we weren't able to do that because of the coronavirus, but we do still have those same goals for previous years. And I just wanted to know kind of what was that experience like for you, and how was the overall experience?
It was crazy. That was my freshman year, so we had a really strong team. We had Lindsey Harding, Monique Curry. I was in the post with Misty Misty Williams at the time, and it was just really exciting just to see exactly what went into being able to achieve a goal like that, because every player in the NCAA, that's their goal, and to really see it realized was pretty special. And yeah, it was definitely very, very exciting. Now I was rooting for you guys this year. I was so proud of you all to see the run that you guys had at the end of the season, and I hope next year you could take it as extra motivation to really shine and prove to everyone how good you all are.
Yes,
and then also on that team was Juanisha Smith and KJ, who are your coaches now. And I was so excited when I heard that they were going to be coaching you guys, because just being able to play with them, like, they brought this energy. KJ on defense and Juanisha just all the time. So how has that been, having them coach you?
Oh my gosh, Anisha's energy is great, honestly, but I don't know how she can come in the gym at 7 a.m. just automatically yelling, like, here we go, like, let's go, like, it's all rip. Like, we didn't even start practice yet, and she's coming in and yelling.
Everybody still got their eyes closed, and
yes,
she's always been like that. And I'm so grateful to have teammates like that, because they really just bring up the energy. They help you become a better person. So I'm glad that you all have them on your coaching staff.
Yeah, for sure. It's been great having them to look up to, especially since Niche, where she's been and with her career and the WNBA and all that. But also for me personally, KJ, like you said, you mentioned her defense, and Coach P and the rest of the coaching staff talks a lot about my defense, and be able to have that mentor defensively has been great. So I love having them on the coaching staff, and that I'm glad for those new additions. So I'm excited. But as a freshman, you came off the bench, and I did the same this past season. What did you learn about those experiences, and how did they help you going forward? Because you ended up starting, 73 games your last 3 years. So I just wanted to know what advice do you give me, basically?
Really just stay hungry and stay ready, because you just never know when your time will come. And I guess fortunate, unfortunate for me, a teammate was injured, and that gave me a chance to step up and prove that I had what it took at the time. And I think if you just also own who you are as a player, so that defense is what gets you motivated, and to really just hone in on that and know that that's your strength, and allow that to drive everything else. I think, if you hold on to those things, then it can kind of help set you forward in the next couple of seasons.
Awesome. So were you able to, you said stay locked in, stay focused, but how was that what kind of feelings and what did it motivate you, being able to, sitting on the bench, and what motivated you? What was that overall whole experience for you personally?
For for me, you go through the ups and downs. And in high school, I was started for 3 of my 4 seasons. So, you go into college thinking that it's just gonna pick up where you left off. And so I think you have that moment of humbling of just like, okay, it's not what it was, but what can I do to set myself apart? And I think once you have that mindset shift, it kind of changes how you move forward, and it also helps to motivate you to continue to make yourself better, make your teammates better, because it's not always about starting, but it's always about what can you give to your teammates, to the game, and so on. So I think if you're only going to be playing 5 minutes, you make it the best 5 minutes. You grab a couple boards, do whatever you have to do to really set yourself apart and show people that you're ready and whatever else is coming.
Okay, so this question is kind of, I want to know what like at the end of your 4 years. So basically, at the end of 4 years, looking back at your sophomore year, your junior year, whatever year, what advice would you give me that you didn't know back then when you were in my shoes, for me to prepare properly for my sophomore year?
For your sophomore year? I think for me, I would say, like, stay focused, and things aren't gonna always pan out the way that you expect them, and you just never know like what the opportunity will hold. So I think, yeah, you just never know, and it's not just a basketball thing, it's a life thing. Like, you could plan so much, but you just have to be ready for what the moment offers you. So.
That's awesome. Stay focused. I got you. So what was it like playing for Coach P?
Playing for Coach P was great, and just her energy, just like Nisha has like this ball of energy, Coach P was a ball of energy all the time, and I think I learned a lot of things with her, coaching me on and off the court. On the court, it was about being ready for the moment. You're not guaranteed to start, and you have to continue to show and prove that you're in it for the team and for yourself and for the coaching staff. And I think off the court, one of my weaknesses has always been public speaking. So Coach P, she honed it. She saw it. She saw how uncomfortable I was. And I think I spent too much time preparing for things. And she's like, I see you writing all these notes down, but honestly, people just want to see you. And, get more comfortable throwing the note card away and just speaking from the heart. And that's actually something that's resonated for me, during school and then after school. And I actually got my master's degree not too long ago, and in those courses we had to do a lot of public speaking, and those little life lessons continue to manifest themselves in different ways. So being able to play for Coach P has been a good thing.
And before I wrap up this interview, I kind of wanted to know, how was a sisterhood bond back then? Like, what major moment did you have? What was your best moment at Duke, basically? How was that?
I have a couple of great moments that I still think about to today. One of them was on the road to the Final Four after we beat Connecticut in the regional finals. The Duke band was there, the cheerleaders were there, and I think our flight was delayed for whatever reason. And we were on this coach bus. I think it was like close to midnight, ready to get on this flight. But, there was nothing that we could do. So the band got out their instruments. We went out on the tarmac and like they played music, we sang, we danced with them. Mm-hmm. And, that sisterhood, it wasn't just for the team, but it was about everybody else who was there supporting us. And I think those are the memories that I'll continue to think about to this day. And there's also been times where the team, like, we came together, we cooked meals, we shared meals with one another. Like, we'd watch certain games to see like what the different teams were doing and what kind of competition we had. So those memories would definitely last.
Yes, I can't wait to continue to make memories. I have 3 years, thankfully, and the bond I have with my teammates now is just incredible, and I can't wait to keep building them. But thank you so much for joining today.
It was nice to meet you finally.
Yes, finally. Thank you. It's been an honor meeting you, honor speaking to you. Thank you for all your advice. And I will speak to you a different time, hopefully.
Of course. I hope to see you on the court, and hopefully not just on TV, but in person. So thank you again.
For sure. Okay, thank you.